Hello everyone, welcome back to IGCSE Made Easy. So today we are going to discuss paper code 058042, paper 4 extended February-March 2022. So let's start with the first question. The first question says, a company employs 300 workers when it started and now employs 852 workers. Calculate the percentage increase in the number of workers. Before it was employing 300 workers and now it is employing 852. It means that a change in percentage is there as well as the change in the number of employees also there. So how much we have to find out? So we have to subtract 852 minus of 300. Let's use our calculator. 852 minus of 300, that is equals to 552. So it means that the company is recruiting 552 workers more. And we have to find out percentage increase. To find out the percentage increase, we will take the amount that is being increased and we are going to divide with the previous amount. Always for calculating the percentage increase, we will be dividing it with the previous amount. What was the previous amount? 300. And with this we are going to multiply it with 100 to get the percentage increase. So 552 divided by the previous amount, that is 300, and we are going to multiply that with 100 to get our answer. So it means that company is recruiting around 184% more than the previous year. So let's move to the second question. It says, of 852 workers, the ratio of part-time worker to the full-time worker is 5:7. Calculate the full-time workers, number of full-time workers. So out of 852 workers, the ratio is full-time worker and part-time worker is this one. So let's find out the total ratio. The total ratio is 5 plus 7 and 5 plus 7 is 12. That is total ratio. We have to find out the full-time worker. So full-time worker ratio is 7. So 7 divided by the total ratio times of total number of workers. If you will calculate this in the calculator, 7 divided by 12 times 852, it gives you the answer 497. It means that out of 852 workers, 497 workers are working part-time, full-time workers. So D part, C part, the company makes 40,600 headphones in 1 year. Write this number in words. So we have to write this number in words. Usually they will ask you 40,000 and all because students make mistake in spelling of 40. They will write FOUR, but it is not FOUR, FORTY, 40, THOUSAND, 40,600, SIX 600, HUNDRED. So make sure that write the spelling correctly for 40. Now we have to write 40,600 in the standard form. So for that it is very easy. You can use a calculator because now the calculator is in degree mode. If the calculator, by chance if your calculator is in any other mode, press shift and press 9 and you can clear all by pressing 3 and you just clear equal to sign and clear all it. Now just change the calculator mode into scientific. Press shift and then press mode. It will ask you a option and press 7 onto it. If you press 7, it will give you an option. Now check that how many digits are here. Now we have 3 digits, right? So we have 3 digits here. So I'll write, because we need the answer in only 3 digits now. So I'll write the scientific mode into 3. So now what I will do, I'll type this number 40600 and I'll press equal to. I'll get the standard form. 4.06 into 10 raised to power 4 is my answer. 4.06 into 10 to power 4 is my answer. Part D. In 1 month, the company sells 3,000 headphones. Of these, 48% are exported, 3 by 8% are sold to the shop and rest are sold online. calculate the number of headphones that are sold online. We have to find out the number of headphones that are sold online, but we need to find out how much are exported. So out of 3000, 48% are exported. So 48 by 100 times 3000 are exported. And let's find out what is that. So 48 divided by 100, we can write first, times of 3000 gives you, because mode is in scientific, we have to change that mode into different mode. We'll clear that, shift clear, and 3 equal to, so now mode get changes. So 48 divided by 100 times of 3000. Make sure that you change the mode. If you are changing into scientific, then change the mode into degree. Then how many are exported? 1440 are exported out of 3000. Now 3 by 8 are sold to shop. So 3 by 8 out of 3000 are sold to shop. So let's find out that also. So 3 divided by 8 times of 3000 gives you 1125. So 120 1125 are sold in shops. So now that we have to find out the number of headphones that are sold online, right? So we'll add this 1125 plus 1440, and we got this much. So this is actually the total of exported and sold in the shop. So if I subtract it with 3000, I'll get the number of headphones sold online. So 1440 plus 1125, I have to subtract that with 3000. I'll get my answer, that is 435. Yes. Part E. 1 year sale increased by 15%. The following means after that only. Following year the sale increased by 18%. Calculate the overall percentage increase in the sale. See, let's say the initial sale was 100 at the beginning. Now it is increased by 15% at the beginning. So 15% of 100 is 15. So 15% is increased, right? So now it is 115. The sale right now is 115. After that, the following year 18% is again increased. It means that 18% of 115 is increased. So we have to find out 18% of 115 is what? So 18 percentage means 18 by 100 times of 115 equals to 20.7. It means that after 115, 18% is 20.7. So we will be adding 20.7 plus 115. So we got 135.7. So 135.7. So what is the overall increase? The overall increase is 135.7 minus of 100. We got 35.7 is the overall increase in the percentage. Question number 2. The table shows some values and you have to, but it is not finished. You have to finish this table using this quadratic equation. So this you have to use. Let's use the calculator for solving this. So here we know that we'll type this equation in the calculator first and we will solve this table. So how can I type this? We can write x like press alpha, and then there is x there, press x, and we will square it, and then press minus of a b by c 1 by 3 alpha x. So now without pressing any other key, after writing the equation without pressing any equal to sign or answer key anywhere, just press calculator key, calculation key. So once the calculator will ask you the value of x. So what you will do, you will put the value of x as minus 0.75, the value that we need to find, minus 0.75. So if you press equal to sign, you will get the answer. So it's 1.000. I will write 1 as a value. And without pressing any other key, you are going to press again calc. So if you press calc, it will again ask you x question mark. So here you will write 0 minus 0.5. Press equal to, you will get the answer 0.9. Okay, one decimal we have to write, that's why we just round it off. Now in this part B, we are going to plot the graph using the table. So here minus 2 and 4.2 is there. So minus 2 and 4.2 will be somewhere here, this point, and minus 1.5 and 2.5 will be this point, and then minus 1, oh sorry, minus 1.5 is here, 1.5 is here, and 2.5 is this point, and minus 1 and 1.3 is 1 2 3 is here, this point, and minus 0.75, 0.5 is this one, 0.75 will be hit this one, so minus 0.75 and 0.9, so 0.9 is somewhere here, and then we have minus 0.25, 0.25 is here, and 1.4, 1.5 is here, so 1.4 should be somewhere here, and minus 0.1, 0.1, so minus 0.1 and 3.3, 3.3 is here, and 0.1 is just 2 unit left side, so this is the point. So we have to draw a smooth curve for that. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6, we missed one point, right? So that is minus 0.5 and 0.9, yeah, 0.5 should be 0.9 is here. How come I missed that point? Yeah, now it's okay. So if we plot this one, joining all the points, it should be little smooth. Make sure that you try your best to make it smooth. Yeah, it should look like that. So yes, then so the next part is by drawing a suitable line on the grid, so solve the equation. So you know that already this x square minus 1 by 3x, x square minus 1 by 3x equal to what? It's equal to y. So what we will do, we will just write x square minus 1 by 3x equal to y, and there is one on it and 0. So what is the value of y? Actually it is forming an equation. So if I shift this 1 over the right, y equals to minus of 1. So this is the line that we have to draw in this equation. So y equals to minus 1, let's draw this y equals to minus 1 line. It should be here, and if I draw this line y equals to minus 1, wherever it cuts the graph, that will be the point of solution. So here the solution is this point, that is actually equal to 0.1, 2 and 3. So it's 0.3. So the value of x will be equals to 0.3. Question number 3. We need to find g of f of 3. So let's find out first f of 3. Wait. Let's find out first f of 3. So if I'm calculating f of 3, then I have to put x as 3 there. So f of 3 is 1 plus 4 into wherever x is there, I'll replace with 3. So f of 3 is 1 plus 4 times 3 is 12. So now f of 3 will be equals to 13. Right? Now here g of f of 3 is 13. Now what is g of x actually? G of x is x square. So now wherever x is there, I will be replacing it with 13. So g of 13 will be equals to what? Means actually we are replacing x as 13 now. So if I write 13 square, then it will give me 169. So this is actually equals to g of f of 3. So it's 169. So the next part, again we have to start solving from the back side. So g of x is what? G of x is equals to x square. So we'll put f into g of x is x square. And what is f of x value? F of x value is 1 plus 4x. So we'll put this x value, x square, means x value is now x square, right? X value is x square. So we'll put that in this equation. So 1 plus 4 into x as x square. So yeah, final answer will be f of g of x will be 1 plus 4 into x square. Part 3, f inverse of f of x. So you know that 1 by f is also written as f inverse, right? Or 1 by x can also be written as x inverse. Same way, this f inverse is actually equal to 1 by f and f of x they are asking. So in this case, if x and x, f and f got cancelled out, what is the remaining part? That is x. So value of this is x only. Find the value of x when f of x is 15. So f of x is 1 plus 4x. So 1 plus 4x we have to equate it to 15. And 4x equals to 15 minus of 1 is 14. And x will be equals to 14 by 4. So 14 divided by 4 is equals to 7 by 2 can be written as 3.5. So value of x is 3.5. Question 4. So in this triangle, the sides and angles are given here. We have to calculate the angle ABC. ABC is this angle we have to calculate. So we'll be using sine rule. So we can write sine of B divided by 29.5 will be equals to sine of A, that is 51.6 divided by 35.3. So if I find out the sine B will be equals to sine of 51.6 times 29.5 divided by 35.3, cross multiplying, right? So now angle B will be equal to sine inverse of these values, right? All these values. So let us do that. Sine inverse of shift of sine is sine inverse of sine 51.6 bracket close times 29.5 coming down 35.3. So bracket close gives you answer 40.9. So yeah, 40.9 you can write is the angle B. So part 2 says calculate the area of triangle ABC. So we can use sine rule to find out the area, sine formula. So that area of triangle can be find out by half into the two sides, and I'll take this side and this side. The angle that is known, I'll take that in between angle. Okay, sine of 45 times 29.5, sine of 45, sorry, 45 times of 100, sorry, 29.5, 29.5 times sine of in between angle. What is the in between angle? 51.6. 51.6. So if we will calculate this one, then 29.5 times sine 51.6 gives you 520.17. So we can write it as 520.2, 520.2 centimeters square will be the area of this triangle ABC. Okay. Part B says this is a quadrilateral and some of the sides and the angles are given. We have to find out the value of SR. So this is SR. So if I want to find out the value of SR, I need to use cos rule. For cos rule, I need two sides of this triangle, and this intermediate angle is given. One side is given, so I need this side, right? I need this side. I have to work on this side. So then only I can use cos rule. So finding that, we will uh, find out this side using the sine rule in this triangle. So let's find out the angle to find out the sine rule. What will be the angle? The angles will be, because the two sides are equal, so angles will also be equal in an isosceles triangle. So 180 minus 180 minus of 56 equals to 124 divided by 2 will give you the individual angle, that is 62. So this angle is 62, so this angle will also be equal to 62. Now let's use sine rule. So if I use sine rule, so sine 56 divided by I can write SQ equals to sine of the 62 divided by 32, whatever side you say, it will give you the same. So we'll find out the value of SQ. So SQ will be equals to cross multiply sine 56 times 32 divided by sine 62. Okay, then SQ we can calculate using a calculator. So we can write sine of 56 times 32 divided by sine of 62, that is equals to 30.30. 30.0 is 30, right? So the side SQ is 30. So this side is 30. We got this side as 30. If this side is 30, now we can use cos rule to find out SR. So cos rule says that C square, that is C square is SR square. C square equals to A square, that is 30 square, plus B square is 47 square, A square plus B square, plus A square plus B square, minus of 2 times A into B into cos of the in between angle 60. The formula is A square plus B square minus of 2 into A into B into cos of the angle in between the two sides, 60 here. So if I solve this, I have to take out the square, I have to put the root on this one, Let's solve using the calculator. I'll put a root, put a bracket, 30 square, uh, 30 square plus 47 square minus of 2 times 30 times 47 times cos 60, 2 bracket to end of the bracket. Then we got the answer as 41.21. So 41.2 is the answer for SR, length of SR. 41.2 also you can write. Part 2 says calculate the shortest distance from P to SQ. So the shortest distance we can calculate. Yeah, we have to write this as 62. So the shortest distance from P to SQ will be a perpendicular line and making a 90-degree angle. You should know that in a triangle, if we want to find out the shortest distance, this cannot be shortest, this cannot be the shortest one, right? This cannot be the shortest one. It should be the shortest, can only be the 90-degree line exactly, so it's called as perpendicular line. So here also the shortest distance should be equals to, it's actually a perpendicular line. So how can I find out the length of P? Let's say this is X, okay? I'll take this as Px. So if I want to find the shortest distance Px, we have to find out. So how can I find out? Using right angle triangle Pythagoras theorem, we can use, we can use trigonometric ratio, or else we can use the sine rule to find out this one. So let's use both. Yeah, trigonometric or sine rule, both will work here. Let's use this triangle to find out Px. So we can use Zocato. So SOH, sine equals to opposite over hypotenuse. So let's take this angle. So sine of 62 equals to opposite of that is, what is that? Px divided by hypotenuse is 32. So Px equals to sine 62 times of 32 will be the length of Px. So we'll use the calculator. Sine of 62 times of 32 is 28.25. 28.3 we can write is the shortest distance between P to SQ. Question number 5. The table shows information about the masses mg of each 120 liters. So we have to find out the mean mass from this table. So what we can do is we can find out the mid value of this class interval. So we'll add upper limit and the lower limit and divide it with 2. So 50 plus 0 is 50. 50 divided by 2 is 25. That's the mid value of this class interval. And 100 plus 50 is 150 divided by 2 is 75. 100 plus 200 is 300. 300 divided by 2 is 150. 200 plus 300 is 700. 700 divided by 2 is 350. Okay. So now what we can do is we can multiply the mid value with the frequency, and we can write the value. So we can multiply 25 with the frequency, that is 43, and we are going to add that with the mid value and frequency plus the mid value and the frequency and plus the mid value and the frequency, and we are going to divide all these things together with the total letters, that is 120. So if I use the calculator, so 25 times 43 plus 75 times 31 plus 150 times 25, it's 150, plus shit plus 150 times 25 plus 350 times 21, that gives you 1000, 14,500. If I divide it with 120, I'll get the answer. That is 120.8. 120.8. After that 3 is being repeated, so this will be the mean mass of each letters. Part B. Iraj draws a histogram to show this information. He makes the height of the first bar 17.2. If the height of the first bar is 17, we'll erase all these things. If the height of the first bar is 17.2, we have to find out the height of each of the following remaining bars. So he has taken height, so there is some value from which he has multiplied, so that he got the height as 17.2. so how can we calculate that? We can calculate by we can calculate by dividing this frequency with the class width of this one. Class width upper limit minus of lower limit is 50. So yeah, so how he got it 17.2? So the class width, the wait, I'll show you. So it's given the class width is actually 50 and the frequency is 43. So 43 out of 43 by 50, what is actually he is multiplying it with to get 17.2? So there is some term that he is multiplying to get 17.2. So 17.2 times of 50 divided by 43. So let's calculate this using a calculator. 17.2 times 50 divided by 43, it gives you the answer 20. So it means that he is multiplying the frequency over the class width with 20 to get the each bar height. So so we will do the same thing for the rest of the thing. For 50 to 100, we will divide this with the class width. Class width is 50. So 31 divided by 50 times of, we'll multiply it with the value that we got it. So 31, I'll write like this, 31 divided by 50 times 20, it gives you 12.4. so he is going to get the height of uh, the class width, class interval 50 to 100 as 12.4. and for this one 25. So for 100 to 200 class interval, we have to divide 25 with the difference class width is 100, and we are going to multiply, it's because 200 minus 100 is 100, and we are going to multiply that with 20 to get the answer. So I'll change this as 25 divided by 100, 5. So that gives you 5. So the height of the bar should be 5 in this case, and for this case it should be 21 divided by the class width should be 500 minus of 200 is 300 times of 20. So 21 divided by 300 times of 20 gives you 1.4. so 1.4 is the height for the last class interval. Part C complete the cumulative frequency table. So you should know that the first value will always be in cumulative frequency. The first value will always be the frequency. First frequency is 43. So first value will be always be there, and the last value will be the total value of the total masses. Total letter is 120. So that will be the last value. So well, let's check it actually whether we are getting the last value 120 or not. What we have to do is the first frequency we are going to add with 43 with the second frequency. 43 plus 31 is 43 plus 31 is 71, I think. 43 plus 31 is 74. So 74, then 74 plus the next frequency, that is 25. 74 plus 25, 74 plus 25 gives you 99. And now see, 99 plus the last should 99 plus 21 should give you 120. 99 plus 21 is giving you 120. It means that this cumulative frequency is rightly plotted. So let's do the next question. So part D, draw a cumulative frequency diagram. I just took this table from the previous part. So we have to plot this table in this cumulative diagram. So let's plot it. The first value for 50 is 43. So this is 50. So 41, 42, 43 should be here somewhere. This should be 43. And the second value is 174. 174. This is 70, 72, 74. It should be here. Then we have 299. 299 should be somewhere here. You have to draw it little nicely. This one is a diagram. Then we have 500 and 120. So 500 and 120 is here. Now we are going to join these curves using a smooth line. I'll try to make it little smoother, but you have to make it nicely. So like this. You have to be very careful while joining the two points. I'm not drawing using a pencil or pen, so it will be like little difficult for me to make a curve. But anyway, let's try to find out the values. Let's find out the median first. The median will be the mid value of 120. So half of that is 60. Let's find out half of that. So let us see what is the value for that. It's more than somewhere here. It's coming. What is the value actually? We're getting 60, 70. It should not be 70. Yeah. Okay. Nearby 70. What I'm getting is 70. You may get little different in this because my curve may not be perfect, but make sure that you draw it perfectly. So you should know that the median is calculated by just half of that, the total frequency or total value. Now we have to calculate the upper quartile. Upper quartile is 3 by 4th of the total value, that is 120. So we get 30 here, 90. So what will be the value for 90. Let's check for that also. We're finding the upper quartile. 90 is here. This is 90 value. Answer may vary plus minus, and they will not give you the answer. They will not give marks for the. It's not like they will give you only marks for the exact value. You have to. It can be like little bit. The answer will be in the range. Okay, so I got an answer that is around 150. I can write because yeah, 150. It's half of that is only coming. So the upper quartile is 150. So let's find out the 40th percentile. 40th percentile means 40% of 120 we have to find. So 40% of 120, we'll use our calculator. 40 divided by 100 times of 120 gives you 48. So we have to plot the value for 48. 48 is somewhere, this is 50 and this is 48, right? So we have to plot here. Then if I plot, I think some mistake in plotting is there, but error will be there for me. You don't make it. This is the value. I'm getting around nearby 50. Yeah, I'm getting nearby 50. So 40th percentile is, my answer is coming around 51, I can say. Yeah, 51 I'm getting. So whatever value you are getting, you can write it. It is not like whatever value you are getting, you can write it, because the answer will be in a range and you may get the marks for that. Yeah, in this case, you have to be little bit careful because it is not like exactly 51, because one box does not says 5 unit, one box it says 10 units, so it may be more than that also. Your answer I'm getting here, that is around, this box indicates 10, right? This one box whole is 10, so I'm getting a little bit more than that. So answer may vary. My, according to this diagram, it should not be 51, we cannot write it, should be around 52 or 53 we can write, because one box itself is 10. So it may vary a little bit, plus or minus will be there, and should not be like too much error should not be there. Okay, then number of letters with mass m where 250, m is greater than 250 and less than 400. Greater than 250, this is 250, and greater than 250 we have to find, and less than what? Less than 400, this is 400. So we have to draw this two line. Let's draw this line till here, and this line, actually I have drawn little bit more than that, just careful, should not go up beyond that. So then what is the value for this when it is 250? I'm getting this one, and for this case I'm getting around this value. So yeah, you have to very precise in drawing these. So don't draw when the lines are like extending the curves, it looks very odd, I know. For me the things are a little difficult for me to draw. Anyway, let's calculate the number that are in between. This is 102, 104, 106, and here I am having 118 and 116. Okay, so roughly I'm getting around 10 unit down, right? So we can write the number of letter of mass between this is 10 unit, we can write 1 unit itself is 2. Yeah, it may little bit vary, some mistake is here I think. Yeah, it will be little bit change. Okay, so errors are there. So it will be nearby 10, 11, 12, 14, something like that. So according to my graph, I'm getting 10. You should know the concept how you have to draw. Okay, this is how we have to do this question. Let's move on. Question number 6. The interior angle of regular polygon is 156. Calculate the number of sides of this polygon. So polygon are the figures which are made of straight line and joined together. So it can be of any side, right? So it can be of any side. So but it should look like that only. So let's say one of the angle is given as 156. This cannot be 156, but let's say this is 156. Then what will be the exterior angle? The exterior angle will be this 156. So exterior angle will be what? Exterior angle will be 180 minus of 156. So 180 minus of 156 gives you 24. So the exterior angle is 24. So we know the relation that uh, the sum of exterior angle will always be equals to 360. Sum of the exterior angle will be always equals to 360. So if one of the exterior angle is 24, then we can divide it with 360 to get the number of sides. So we will do number of sides will be equal to 360 divided by 24. So if I divide that 360 divided by 24, we will get the answer 15. So the number of sides of this polygon is 15. So let's do the next question. Part B. ABC lies on the circle with center O. Angle OBA is 52 degree. So you know that these two sides will be equal in this case. If these two sides are equal, then the angle will also be equal. If this is 52 angle, then this should be also equal to 52 degree, right? Because it forms an isosceles triangle. So if this is 52, then we can find out this one by subtracting with 180, right? So 52 plus 52 gives you 104, and 180 minus of the answer gives you 76. So this answer is 76. So why we are trying to find out this one? Because we have to calculate ACB. ACB is this angle, right? So you should remember that center angle, whatever the center angle is, that angle will be double of the angle that is made anywhere else out. Anywhere else out. Okay, anywhere else out means this is center angle. If this is like 100, then this should be 50, this should be 50, and this should also be equal to 50. Okay, so concept is like that. So 100 means half of that. So same way here in this question it is 76. So half of that is what? 76 divided by 2 is 38. So 38. Oh, so angle in the center will always be double. Then but the condition is the another angle should always also start from the same leg. Okay, it should start from here only, and it should end with the another leg only. Otherwise we cannot say that. Okay, let's do the next question. So answer is 38. We'll write that answer. Okay, let's do the next question. Part C of the same question. So PQRS and T lies on a circle. WSR is a straight line and WSP is given as 112. Calculate PTR. We have to calculate PTR. PTR is this angle. We have to find out this angle. So how can I find out that angle? First of all, let's find out this one. It's a straight line. It's given straight line always makes 180 degree. So 180 minus of 112 gives you 68. So this becomes 68. So the other thing that you can see that I'll tell you one important thing about circle. The previous question we have done about the center angle should be double than the other angles. This is another property of a circle. Let's say it is not a center angle. This is one of the angle that is made from this. Okay, so if I make one more angle from the same point or same leg, we can say, then this angle and this angle will be equal, right? Whatever angle wherever I'm making, if they are on the same leg, okay, if they are on the same leg, if this is 50, this should be 50, this should be 50, wherever I'm making from, but it should be from the same leg, it should be 50. Okay, so you can see that this angle is made from this leg, right? This leg, and this angle is also made from the same leg, right? This leg, same leg. So it means that the angle will be equal to each other. So this angle is 68, that angle will also be equal to 68. So PTR equals to 68. So part D, question number 6, part D only. So here in this question, GKM lies on the circle with center O. FGH is a tangent to the circle. MG is parallel to OH. Okay, show that the triangle GKM is mathematically similar to OHG. Give the reason for your statement. So you should know one thing. If I have a circle and a tangent is nothing, any line that just touches one point of a circle. You know the point, circles are made by a point. So if any line that is just touching one point of the circle is called as tangent. Okay, so if we have a tangent and right, so this is a tangent and this tangent is joined from the center. Okay, this is called as radius, then this angle will always be 90 degree. Okay, so when a tangent is joined from the center, it will be 90 degree. Keep it in mind. Also, another property, if the angle is made from this is a diameter, okay, passing through center, if the angle is made from a semicircle, will always be 90 degree. Remember this two property. When a tangent is joined from a center, it will be 90 degree, and an angle drawn from the semicircle, it will also be 90 degree. So we have to prove this question. In this question we have to show that they are similar, and by what? Let me take this two triangle. Which triangle I'm talking about? We are talking about this triangle, and we are talking about this triangle, that is GKM, and the other triangle that we are talking is this one, OHG. OHG is this one. Okay, so this is the triangle we are talking about, OHG. So in this two triangle, you have to prove that they both are mathematically similar. So just now I told you that if, and it is also given that this is a tangent, right? So it is given that this is a tangent. What? This FH is tangent. This FH is tangent, right? So if this is a tangent, then tangent and the circle with the center, the line that joins from the center, will give you 90 degree. So this angle will be 90 degree, right? This angle will be 90 degree. So this angle is 90. Okay, so again check for this one. This is this one. I'm talking about this line. This line is passing through the center. So it is a diameter, right? The angle made in a diameter is also 90 degrees. So this is the angle made in a diameter, right? This angle we are talking, this angle. So this is also 90, right? So we can say that angle M equals to angle G, right? So The reason is, I told you, angle made in a semicircle, angle made in a semicircle for the first case, and the other case is angle made by tangent, angle made by tangent, like that. So now hopefully you can get it that these two are equal because they both are 90 degree. Now to make two things similar, two triangles similar, we at least need three property. Okay, first property, we proved that angle M equals to angle G, both are 90 degree, both angle are 90 degree. The second thing that we can prove is, now it is also given that you can see that this line, can you see this line is parallel to this line, right? Yeah, so I'll not draw that because it's going to disturb. So this line is actually parallel to this line. If these two lines are parallel, then for parallel lines we have certain property, right? So the parallel line and the transversal line, so this angle and this angle will be equal, right? Alternate interior angle, what we call it as. So in this case, this triangle has this angle, right? This angle, and in this triangle this angle will be equal to each other because it's an alternate angle, right? These two angles will be equal, correct? Whatever angle is, but it will be equal to each other, right? We can, instead of writing G, because we already took G as one of the words, so MGK we can write angle MGK will be equals to angle GOH, angle GOH. The reason is alternate angles, alternate angle, okay, and because they both are parallel, OH and OH is parallel to MG, right? It is already given in the question. So now second thing is proved, these two angles are also equal. So we need to prove one more to make this two triangles similar. As I told you, for making anything two triangles similar, we have to prove three things. Two things we have proved it, this angle and this angle are equal. Now we have to prove one more angle. See, alternate segment theorem I already explained you. So if we have a circle and a tangent drawn on it, and inside the circle we have a triangle, okay, inside the circle we have a triangle. So segment theorem says that this angle will be equal to this angle, okay. It's an alternate segment theorem. So, or else in this case also it is possible, if the tangent is like this, so this angle will be equal to this angle. This is also alternate segment theorem. So we can say that because it's a parallel, we can also say this angle is also equal to this angle, right? Because they both are parallel, this line and parallel to this line, so this is a corresponding angle, right? These two angles are equal. So if these two angles are equal, also you can say that this angle is also, I can take it as blue, this angle, okay, this angle is equal to this angle, and this angle is equal to this angle because it's an alternate segment theorem, right? Because this angle and this angle will be equal because it's an alternate segment theorem. So indirectly this angle will also be equal to this angle, right? So we can say that angle H is equal to angle K, alternate segment theorem. So we concluded that by angle, three things we have proved, all the three angles are equal to each other. We can say that triangle GKM is similar to triangle OHG. I think this is clear to you. Let's do the next question now. Question number 7. Two rectangular picture frames are mathematically similar. So two rectangular picture frames are mathematically similar to each other. Similar, you should know that similar means, for example, you are taking any image in the mobile phone, and that image is there, and if you are zooming the image, the one of the image is there, and if you are zooming the same image, the zoomed image is similar to the previous image, right? Same thing. So that's how the similar thing we can understand. The area of frame is one of the area of the frame is 350. Yeah, so one of the frame area, the smaller area frame is 350, and the larger area frame is 1134, and the width of the smaller frame is 17.5, not 17.5, it is the width. What will be the width of the larger frame? Let's say this is x. Okay, so this type of question is very simple, comparing with the linear with the area. So linear is will take 17.5 by x. Linear, this is linear. And will take area is 3 17.5 with respect to area is 350, and x with respect to area is 1134. Now what we will do, because it's a square case, so we will square this frame length. Okay, we will square this frame length. If it is related to sides and volume, then we should cube the uh, sides. Okay, because it's a square, so we have to square it. So okay, let's do this. You know the formula, so it can be like 70, it can be also written as 17.5 square and x square, so that will be equals to 350. That will be equal to 350 by 1134. Now you can easily take out the value of x from this. So x square will be equals to 17.5 square times 1134 divided by 350. Cross multiply. So to find the value of x, we have to under root that. So let's use the calculator. So under root of over the top it should be 17.5 square times 1134 divided by 350. So yeah, that should be equal to 31.5. So your answer for width of the larger frame is 31.5 is the answer. So let's move on to part B. Picture in the smaller frame has length 15 cm and width 10.5. Both are correct to 5 mm. So you should know that if it is corrected to 5 mm, nearest to 5 mm, whatever the case is, so you have to half this one. Okay, what we have to do, we have to half of this is what? Half of 5 is 0. Half of 5 is 2.5. Sorry, half of 5 is 2.5, right? So now what we can do, we can add 2.5 to the length and subtract 2.5 to the length. Let's find out the length is actually what? The length is 15 centimeter. So if I add 2.5, I'll get the upper bound. Upper bound means something greater than that. So upper bound will be 15 point, because it's in mm, right? Because we are calculating in mm, it's 22.5 mm, right? So we'll get, if you change into mm to centimeter, it will be 0.25, right? uh, 2.5, right? So it will be 0.25 because 0.25. So if you will add 0.25 to 15 centimeter, that will become 0.25 centimeter, right? My pen. 0.25 centimeter. If you add 0.25 centimeter to 15, you will get the upper bound, that is 15.25. 15.25. Why this is happening? 15.25. 15.25. And for the lower bound, we have to subtract 0.25, that we will get 14.75. Okay. Now for the width case, width is actually 10.5. If we add to 0.25, it will be 10.75, and if we subtract 0.25, it will be 10.25. Now we have to find out the area of the picture. Area is length into breadth, length into width, right? So if we multiply the length, the upper bound length, and the upper bound width, we'll get the area. So upper bound length is 15.25 into length into width is 10.75. So if we multiply 15.25 into 10.75, 10.75, we'll get the answer as 163.93. So that will be 163.93 will be the area in this case. So let's do part C. Part C, in a sale, the price of larger frame is reduced by 18%. Party pays 166.5 for larger frame in the sale. Calculate the original price. So we have to find out, we have to focus on finding the original price of the larger frame. So in a sale, the price is reduced by 18%, right? So before it was something higher. So let's say before the sale, the price was, X. Before the sale, the price was X. Oh shit, this is, don't mind. Before the sale, let's say the price was X, and now after the sale, the price is being reduced by 18%. So X minus of 18% of 18% of 18% means 18 by 100, 18 by 100, right? 18% means 18 by 100 times of X, right? Or 18 by X, 18 by 100 times X, we can write. X minus 18% of X is reduced, right? Now what is the sale price now actually? Now the sale price is, I think I have to make this, it's happening because of this case. Yeah, so now it's okay. So 18 X is the original price. Let's say original price is X. So X minus of 18% of the value of X is reduced. So now the original price that they are selling is 166.05. No, now 166.05 is actually the price for 5 larger frame. We have to calculate the price for 1 larger frame, right? So we have to divide 166.05 divided by 5, because 5 frames are taken. So 1 frame is equals to 33.21. So 1 frame is, 1 frame is equals to 33.21. Okay. Now we can equate this one now. If I equate it, it should give me 100, cross multiply 100 X minus of, no, yes, something went wrong in this. 100x minus of 18x equal to 33.21. So 100x minus of 18x, it is 82. So 82x divided by 100 equals to 33.21. So x will be equal to 33.21 times of 100 divided by 82. Cross multiplying, I am doing this, multiply by this, divided by 82 comes down. So we can use our calculator. So what is here? 33.21 times of 100 divided by 82 gives you the answer 40.5. So the original price was 40.5 and after reducing it become 33.21. Okay, so let's do part D. Part 3, advertise a larger frame for $57 or 48 euros. The exchange rate is $1 is 0.88 euros. So calculate the difference between these prices in dollar and cent. We have to find out the difference between these prices. So actually he is advertising the frame, larger frame, in dollar also. In dollar he is advertising $57, but in case of euros he is advertising only 48.20 euros. So we have to find out the difference between in dollars and cents. So he is advertising in $57 because we need the answer in dollar only, so we'll leave it that only. So we have to convert this 48.20 euros into dollar now. How can we convert? Because the conversion rate is given. So 48.20 euros, when I divide it with 0.88, that is the exchange rate, I'll get to know the 48.20 divided by 0.88, I'll get the answer in dollar, right? Because I converted euro into dollar. So actually he is selling 54.77, yeah, $54.77 he is selling. This is much lesser, it's lesser than the price actually he is selling in dollar, right? So we have to find out how much difference is that. Actually he is selling for 57, but when he is selling in euros he is selling for 54.77. So what is the difference? Actually the difference is 57 minus of the answer gives you 2.2. So $2.22, right? So the difference is $2.22. Okay, let's do next question. Question number 8. Darpan runs a distance of 12 km and then cycles a distance of 26 km. So let me draw this diagram for you. Darpan runs a distance of 12 km. Let's say this is 12 km. And then he cycles for 26 km. That's a cycling kilometer distance. Then his running distance is 12. Running speed is what? Running speed is x kilometer per hour. And the cycling speed is 10 km faster than the running speed. 10 km faster than the running speed. So running speed is x. So 10 km faster means x plus, I'll write with the black to differentiate, x plus 10. Right, speed of this is x plus 10 because x is the running speed, so x plus 10 will be the cycling speed. He takes total time of 2 hours 48 minutes to finish this distance. So we have to calculate the total time that he takes and we have to write this in an expression. Okay, so we know that the total time is what? Total time is equals to time 1 plus time 2, time taken in running and time taken in cycling. So time taken in running is what? Time is what? Distance by speed, right? Time taken is running is 12 by x. Distance is 12 divided by x is the speed, plus time taken in cycle is distance is 26 and speed is x by x plus 10. Now if we add this together, then I'll get the total time, and the total time is given as what? 2 hours and 48 minutes, right? So now we cannot write 2 hours 48 minutes. Instead of that, what we will do, uh, wait. So what I'll do, I'll change into decimal format now. 2 for hours, we can just press that comma that is given, that you have to press. So 2 hours and 48, right? And then press again comma. So now this becomes 2 hours and 48 minutes, right? Now press equal to sign. You will get 2 hours and 48 minutes and 0 seconds here. Now what you have to do, you have to press ST. If you press that, you will get in the rational number, then press again, you will get the decimal. So 2 hours and 48 minutes can be written as what? 2.8, right? So this is what the expression that we have to express. So 12 by x plus 26 by x plus 10 equals to 2.8 will be our final answer. So let's do part B. Show that this equation simplifies to this one. So we have to show that this equation is being simplified to this equation. So let's simplify that. So we have 12 by x plus 26 by x plus 10 equals to 2.8. So we can do LCM, or else multiplying the bottom number, x into x plus of 10. I just multiplied the bottom number. This two number I multiplied it first, then I'll cross multiply this two, I'll cross multiply. Okay, I'll write it there. So 12 into x plus 10 plus, now I'll cross multiply this two number. So 26 into x is what? 26x. Okay, 26x equal to 2.8. Let's solve a little bit further. So this becomes, expanding the bracket, this becomes 12x plus, this was 10, so 12x plus 120 plus 26x divided by x square, opening the bracket, x square plus 10x equals to 2.8. Further simplifying, 12x plus 36x is 26x, 38x. So 38x plus 120 divided by x square plus 10x equals to 2.8, right? Just simplified. Now this can be cross multiplied with that. So 38x plus 120 equal to 2.8 multiplied by x square plus 10x. If we simplify that, 38x plus 120 equals to 2.8 x square, 2.8 x square plus 2.8 into 10 will be 28, right? So 2.8 into 10 is 28. So we can write 28x there. So let us pair the like terms with like term, and I'll keep that 2.8. So 2.8 x square plus 28x minus of 38x minus of 120. I just brought all together one side. So now we have this one equation, then 28x, 2.8x square, 28x minus of 38 is 10, right? It's simple. So minus of 10, minus of 10x, minus of 10x, minus of 120 equals to 0. Now what we can do, finally, just we have to multiply all these equation with 3. We can multiply all throughout the numbers, right? We cannot multiply individually, we can multiply all together. If I multiply 2.8 with 3, 2.8 with 3, I'll get 2.8. So wait, cannot, yeah, we have to multiply 2.5 with this, sorry, instead of 2.3 we have to multiply 2. You have to find out, because 2.5 into 10 is 25, that is the middle one, so 2.5 not 3, sorry. So you have to multiply 2.5 all together. So if you multiply that, 2.5 into 2.8 is 2.5 into 2.8 will give you 7. Okay, so we got 7. So we got 7 x square. Same way, if you multiply 2.5 with 10, minus of 25 you will get. And same way, if you multiply 2.5 with 120, so 2.5 into 120 will give you 300. So this is your, and 2.5 into 0 is 0. So this will be your answer. We proved that that equation is equal to this equation. So let's do part C. Part C, use the quadratic formula to solve this. We have to use the quadratic formula to solve this. So okay, keep that. The quadratic formula is actually, you should know the quadratic formula is we can write minus of b to find the value of x. The quadratic formula is minus b plus minus under root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Okay, this is quadratic formula. So we need to know the value of the equation is 7x square minus of 25x minus of 300, right? Where the value of a is 7, this is the value of a, and minus 25 is the value of b, and minus of 300 is the value of c. Okay, so from this one equation only I took. So we have to put the values of a, b, c in this quadratic formula. So value of x will be getting with respect to plus and minus we have to take. So minus b is what? Minus of b is minus 25 plus minus under root of b square. B is what? Minus 25 square minus of 4 into a is what? A is 7. 4 into a into c is what? C is minus 300, right? And divided with 2 into a is 7. So if I solve this with one of the sign, any one sign you can select. Let's say I'm solving with negative first. I'll get the value of x with the negative one. Let's find out what is the answer. Using the calculator we can do. Let's use the calculator. So I'll write like this. Minus of minus 25, then minus under root, here I put a bracket, one more bracket. One bracket is to cover the whole under root, and the one bracket is to for minus 25. So minus 25 square minus of 4 into 7 into minus of 300, then we will come down, and 2 into 7, then let's see what is that. Oh shit, we did one mistake actually, and the mistake that we have done is we did not put the last bracket, right? We opened the bracket but we did not end up with the bracket. Yeah, we open that bracket, so we have to put a bracket over the end also. Here I have to put the bracket now. Okay, let me do it again. There's a small mistake that I'm making, I think. So minus of minus 25, let me do it fast, minus of under root of one more bracket we need, so that bracket minus 25 square minus of 4 into 7 into minus of 300 this 2, I think again are we making a mistake? Yeah, yes, okay, it's correct. Actually, we did correctly. So value of one of the x when we take negative number is -5, and the other value x we can calculate by taking it as this sign is should be positive. Now we have to take this as plus. The answer is 8.5. When we take it as positive, it is 8.5, and when we take it as negative, the value of x is minus of 5. So let's do part D. And instead of writing 8.5 over here, we can also write this as in rational number, because it's like it can also be written as this is also equal to 60 by 7, right? So we can also write this as this is both as equal. So 8.5 is not the actual answer, so it gives you 8.5717 and it's being repeated, so we can't write that much. So 60 by 7 is also logical answer, so because sometimes the answer may be used in the other question. Let's see. So I just wrote 8.57 as 60 by 7. So for calculate this D part, calculate the number of minutes Darpan takes to run 12 kilometer, and time is actually equal to distance by speed, and distance is 12 kilometer given, and the one of the speed that we can take it as negative we cannot take, so we can take positive. Either we can take 8.5 or 8.5, the value is not perfect, so we'll take 60 by 7. So if I use my calculator, I should get 12, right, like this. Oh, sorry, 12 divided by 60, 60 by 7, and this gives me the answer 1.4. so time is 1.4 hours. So if I want to change that into minute, I have to change it in, so 1.4 is actually giving me in calculator 1 hour and 24 minute. So you know that 1 hour is having 60 minute, so adding 24 to that, so 60 plus 24 is 84 minutes. So total time will be 84 minutes in this case. I hope you understand this question. So let's do the next question. Number 9. The volume of paper cone of radius 2.4 centimeters, 95.4 centimeters cube. The volume is given as 95.4 centimeter cube. The paper is cut the slant height from O to AB. The cone is opened to form a sector OAB of a circle with center O. So actually what is happening, if I cut a cone from this side, right, what will happen? It will open in this format. This will be the shape that will form after cutting. So it has an angle x that we need to find out. This angle x we need to find out. So how can I find out this angle? We can use arc length formula to find out. This is arc. This is actually the arc AB, and that is actually equal to this AB, right? Because when it is open, to be very precise, when this cone is open, this AB becomes this AB, right? Actually that is equal. So let's use an arc length to find out angle. So arc length formula is arc length AB equal to theta by 360 times 2 pi r. This is the arc length formula. So in this case, we need to find out the theta value, right? That is x, and r is actually equal to AO. R is equals to the radius. This is the radius AO. So that we need to find out, right? So for finding RO is actually RO is this one. RO is this one, and that is actually equal to this length, right? So we can find out that length by one of the formula. Yeah, let's first find out using this, like arc length, right? Arc length, we can find out the radius. So we can, what is arc length? Theta by 360 times 2 pi r. We can use this formula 2 pi r, right? 2 pi r is the circumference of the circle. So if I use 2 pi r, that is circumference of the circle, so that is equals to what actually? Let's find out what is AB, right? That is what the AB will be equal to. So 2 pi r will be equal to 2 into pi into radius of the circle is 2.4. So if I multiply 2.4 into pi, oh sorry, 2.4 into pi into 2 gives you 15.07. 15.07, and 15.07 is this length, okay? This length 15.07 is this length. Now so that is 15.07. This is 15.07 length. So what we can do is now, yeah, we can use the volume formula to find out the height. So volume equals to what? 1 by 3 pi r square h, right? So if I use the volume formula, the volume is already given 95.4. So 95.4 equals to 1 by 3 into pi into r is 2.4 square into h we have to find out. So in this case we can say h is equal to what? Cross multiplying 95.4 into 3 divided by pi into 2.4 square, right? Pi into 2.4 square. So I'll get the value of h. So let's find out the value of h. 95.4 times 3 divided by pi into 2.4 square gives you 15.86, right? 15.86. So I got the value of h. H is the height, right? Difference between h and slant edge is different. This is h. Height is always perpendicular to the base, and slant edge is this one. This is slant height, and h is perpendicular. It will be 90°. So that is 15.86, right? That is h. Using h and the radius, we can find out the slant height, right? This is what the slant height is. That's what we are trying to find out now. That is actually the radius of this sector. So we can use Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras, we can use this under root of 2.4 square plus 15.86 square, right? You will get the value of the AO, right? So under root of 2.4 square plus 15.86 square. Oh shit, there is one. Wait. 2.4 square, I missed it, plus 15.86 square. Now we get the answer as 16.0. Yeah, that is actually the 16. We can take the AO length, right? That is equals to 16. This length is 16 now. So we got the radius, right? Now we will put in this formula to find out the theta answer, right? So theta can be written as theta equals to AB is what? AB is 15.2 pi r, right? AB is 2 pi r. Circumference of circle 15.7. So theta equals to AB is 15.7 into 15.07 into 360 divided by 2 into pi into r is the radius, that is 16. We got it. So we will use a calculator to do this question. So 15.07 into 360 divided by 2 into pi into 16 gives you 53.96. So if we want to round it off, we can round it off to 54. That is the angle for angle x. Okay, I hope you understand this. Takes a lot of time to do this, but it's actually a good question. So let's do part B. Part B. An empty fuel tank is filled using a cylindrical pipe with diameter 8 cm. A fuel tank is filled using a cylindrical pipe that is having a diameter of 8 cm, and flow rate of the pipe is 2 meter per second. So 2 meter per second is the flow rate, and that we can say that 2 meter, we can write it the length of the cylindrical pipe, and the diameter is 8 centimeter. So if I convert this 8 centimeter to meter, so 8 centimeter divided 8 by 100 gives you 0.08 meter. So this becomes 0.08 meter. I'm converting into 0.08 meter. So because it's a diameter, I have to divide it with 2 to get the radius, right? So if I divide this with 2, I'll get the radius, that is 0.04. So 0.04 meter is the radius of the cylindrical pipe. 0.04 is the radius of the cylindrical pipe. I convert into meter because it was also in meter. Now here it is 2 meter per second, but the time taken to fill the tank is 24 minutes. So now let's convert this minute to second. Let's take all the units same. So 1 minute is equals to 60 seconds. So 24 minute equals to 24 times 60. So 24 times 60 equal to 1440 seconds. So 1440 seconds, right? I convert the 24 minutes to 1440 seconds. Now it means that in 2 meter it can swipe out all the water inside the 2 meter in a second, right? Let's say in 2 meter, this is 2 meter, right? Let's say this is 2 meter, and this can swipe off 2 meter of volume in just a second, right? That's what it says. So we have to calculate how much we have to calculate the capacity of the tank. Okay, so find out. So what we can do is, first we have to calculate the volume of the pipe in 2 meter length. So volume of the pipe in 2 meter length, we can calculate the volume of the cylinder. Cylinder is the object that looks like a pipe, right? So volume of the pipe and cylinder are same. So pi r square h is the volume of cylinder and volume of pipe. So pi into r is what? 0.04. Pi r square into h is what? 2. Correct? So this is the volume that is being swiped out in 2 meter per second, and we have to, this is the volume that is being swiped out in 2 meter per second, right? And per second, 1 second, right? They're talking about 1 second. But we need to find out the volume that is being swiped out in 24 minutes, right? That is equals to 1440 seconds, right? So what we have to do, this is just for second, right? In 1 second this much volume is swiped out. 0.04 square into 2 is just in 1 second. So 1440 seconds, if I have to multiply it with that, right? So to get how much volume is wiped out in 1440 seconds, right? So this will be our well, let's multiply and check it. So pi into 0.04 square into 2 into 1440 equals to 14.47. This is the volume that is being swiped out in 24 minutes or 1440 seconds. Now this is actually the volume. We are talking about volume. 14.47 is actually 14.47 is volume, right? But we are asked to find out in liter, that is liter, and other things are actually capacity. Volume is represented in meter cube, centimeter cube, but capacity is represented in liters, right? Liters, milliliters and all. So you know that 1 meter cube equals to 1000 liter. 1 meter cube is equals to 1000 liter. So we have 14.47 liter, something like that, right? 14.47 liter we have. So 1 meter cube is equals to 1000 liter. So 14.47 is equals to what? Into 1000. We have to multiply this with 1000. Into the answer with, we have to multiply the answer with 1000. And we get the answer as, wait. And we got the answer as 14,476. 14,476.45 liter. It means that this much of liter will be swiped out in 24 minutes or 1440 seconds. So this is your final answer. So let's do the next question. And if we are rounding off it to 3 decimals, then it will become 14,500, right? So the answer can be rounded off to 3 decimals, so it becomes 14,500 liter. Okay, so now let's move on to the next question. Question number 10. So expand and simplify. So we can multiply this bracket, so it will be like, we'll be having x square minus of 2x plus of x minus of 2, and then we'll use this bracket. Then we have x cube minus of 2x square plus of x square minus of 2x. Then we will multiply 3 with the brackets, so plus of 3x square minus of 6x plus of 3x minus of 6. So all the like term, x cube is alone, we don't have like term for that. Square terms we can add it, so we have this one together. So minus of 2x square, see it's actually minus of 2 plus of 1 minus of 6, okay, minus of 3, minus of 2 plus of 1 plus of 3, right, plus of 3. So minus of 2 plus of 1 plus of 3 gives it 2. So plus 2 x square simply. Then we have minus of 2x minus of 6x and plus of 3. So we will write minus 2 plus minus 2 minus 6 minus 2 minus 6 and plus 3. Without the variable, just write it minus 2 minus 6 plus 3 gives you minus 5. So minus 5x, you will write it, that's all. Then we have only 6 left, right? So minus 6. So this is your final answer, x cube plus of 2x square minus of 5x minus of 6. So let's do part B. Part B, make G as a subject. So we can do one thing, we can cross multiply. So m into g minus of c equals to 2fg. Then mg minus of mc will be equals to 2fg. Then because this also have g, this also have g, so we can take it together. Mg minus of 2fg equals to, I'll take this mc over right hand side. Now from this I can take g common, then I'll write m minus of 2f equals to mc. So g equals to mc divided by m minus of 2f. So that's your final answer. mc divided by m minus of 2f is the final answer. Part C, simplify. So 4 we can take it as common, 4x. So x minus of 16 will be there. Oh, x minus of 4, sorry. X minus of 4 will be inside because 4 times 4 is 16. So here this can be splitted as x square minus of 4 square because 16 can be written as 4 square. Now we have the form x square minus of 4 square, that is a square minus of b square. So a square minus b square can be written as a square minus b square can be written as a plus b and a minus b, right? So a is x plus b is 4 and a minus of b again. So x minus of 4 and x minus of 4 got cancelled out. So we got the answer 4 by x plus of 4 is the right answer. Sorry, 4x divided by this x is there, right? Yeah, 4x divided by x plus 4. So this will be our answer. Question number 11. The probability that Shalini is late for school on any day is 1 by 6. Compute the tree diagram for Monday and Tuesday. It is given that for any day, right? Any day means Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Any day. Any day is 1 by 6. So even in Monday also, if she is late, it will be 1 by 6, right? And so what will be the case if she is not late, right? If 1 out of 6 is late, then 5 out of 6 will be not late. And Tuesday, if Tuesday will be also same probability because any day is 1 by 6. So same case, not late will be 5 by 6. And 1 by 6 for after not late. Again, if she is late on Tuesday, it is 1 by 6 probability. And 5 by 6 for the not late case. So this is how we have to fill the tree diagram. So now let's do part 2. Calculate the probability that Shalini is late on Monday but not late on Tuesday. She is late on Monday and not late on Tuesday. So like that we have to go. So if she is late on Monday is 1 by 6 probability. If she is not late on Tuesday is 5 by 6. So 1 by 6 into 5 by 6. That gives you 5 by 6 is 36. So the probability that she is late on Monday, not late on Tuesday is 5 by 36. So this is your final answer. Part B. In this we have to describe this region that contain only one student. So one student region is this one. So this whole region we have to find out outside. So we can write like these all are together, right? So we can exclude this one and write it like that. So how can we exclude that? We can write like G, this is G, and G union M union T, G union M union T. This is all inside the value, right? But if I put a dash, then it comes out to the outer value, not of that. So this is the answer. G union M union T dash will represent the number 1 outside. So find this 36 is here. Yeah, find n number of T dash. How many numbers are? Let me erase this one first. Find number of elements in T dash. T dash is, see, T if I'm taking t, then I should have taken all the values, right? But t dash means I have to exclude all these values, so I have excluded the green part. I will not take. Now g union m means we have to include all the part of this one. Let me change the color. G union m, it means that we have to include all the part of G and M, but we have to exclude the green part also. So what all numbers are included here? The number that are included is 0, 0, 9 and 19 and 9. So number they have asked, that's why we have to add it. 0 plus 19 plus 9. So 19 plus 9 is 28. So total 28 numbers are there in this. Part 3. One student is picked at random from 50 students. Find the probability that this student wear trainer but not glass. So trainer but not glass. How to represent? See, trainer is let me shade. We need a trainer. We need the trainer glass. Trainer. We need the trainer. We need the trainer. Need the trainer, but not the glass one. Oh, wait. Need the trainer, but excluding the glass. So this two also excluded. So out of 50 he is selecting. So we should also know that it is not talking. They are not only talking about trainer, right? He cannot wear the glass, but he can use the mobile phone also, right? So this 14 is, so what is the value out of 50? 14 plus 3 is the actual value we have to add, because trainer but does not wear glass. So 14 plus 3 is 17. 17 students out of 50 are wearing, means one student is picked out of random. So this is actually 17 by 50 will be the probability that the student will wear trainer but not glass. Okay. Two students are picked at random from those wearing trainer. Now two students are picked at random, those who are wearing trainers. So trainer, how many students are actually wearing the trainer glass? So 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 14, right? 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 21 students are wearing actually trainer glass. 21 students. Out of 21 students, find the probability that we have to take two students, right? Find the probability that both the student have mobile phone also. Now it is given that we are selecting from the student who are wearing the trainer glass, but also they are asking us to pick the student from the trainer who is actually using the mobile phone also. So the one who used the mobile phone is 14 plus 2, right? 16. It's not shaded properly, but this one, right? I'm talking about this one. Trainer glass wearing but also using the mobile phone, that is 2 plus 14, right? So 2 plus 14 is 16. So 16 students out of the 21 students are using mobile phone who are wearing the trainer glass. This is one of the students which we picked, but we have to pick one more student. So if I pick one student out of 21, then if I go for second, picking one student is already picked, so now only left is 20. So 16, before 16 were there, now 15 will be there. So if I use the calculator to multiply this, 16 by 21 times 15 by 20, we'll get the answer 4 by 7 or 0.5. Oh, the repeated decimals, then we'll write 4 by 7 is the probability. Okay, let's move to the next question. Number 12. Solve the equation tan x equals to 11.43. So we have to write the value of x between 0 and 360. So first of all, it's very easy actually. You should remember all the three diagrams, tan, sine and cos. I'll draw for tan because tan question is here. So tan does not meet 90 and does not meet 270. So you have to keep that in mind. Okay, and it is like that. So if I draw the tan diagram, it starts from 0 like that, and it tends to meet 90, but it does not meet. This is 90 degree. Okay, this is 180 here. Yeah, so as I told you, it does not meet 90. It is like that. It will go like this, and again it will go like, it does not meet 90 and it does not meet 270. This is 270, so it meets 360 like this. Okay, so this is tan graph. Here they have given that tan x equals to 11.43, right? So what is the value of x? One value of x we can easily find out. X is tan inverse of 11.43, right? So tan inverse, tan inverse of 11.43 gives you the answer 84.9. We can write 85, right? So x is equals to 85. One of the value is 85. That also lies between 0 and 360, right? So I'll write that. That is actually somewhere here, right? The value 85 is somewhere lying here, correct? 5 units behind 90. Sir, you should know that the values are here, right? Then where I can get the same value? That's what the question is. Another value of x, right? I can get the same value here. See the symmetry, you can find out the symmetry, right? 270 is also having the same case, right? We will get the answer behind this also, but we want the answer between 0 and 360. So the symmetry is here, right? The same type of pattern is followed here and here, right? You can see. So now this is 5 unit behind 90, right? So 5 unit behind 90, we have to find out the answer. This is 270. So 5 unit behind is what? 270 minus 5, 265. So answer, the next value of x will be 265. Got it? So this is how we have to do it. We'll do part B now. Sketch the curve. So y equals to x cube minus a 4x. The function is x cube minus a 4x. So first of all, we will find out the curve which cuts the x-axis. So for finding the curve that cuts the x-axis, we have to put y equals to 0, right? So we have to put y equals to 0. Let me first make it little bit more simplified. Y equals to, if I take out common, then it should be like x into x square minus of 4. Then I should get y equals to x into a, this can be, 4 can be written as 2 square also, right? So a square minus b square is a plus b and a minus b, right? So it means that if I put y equals to 0 in this case, I'm trying to find out the curve that cuts the x-axis. So I have to put y equals to 0. So if I put y equals to 0 in this case, then I'll get x equals to 0. One of the value, the other value is x equals to minus 2, and the other value is x equals to plus 2, right? All the three value will come where the graph is cutting the x-axis. So let's say x equals to minus 2 is here, x equals to plus 2 is here, and x is 0 is here. So the graph cuts all the 3 points here. This is the graph that cuts the x-axis. We also have to find out the graph that cuts the y-axis. So to find the graph that cuts y-axis, we can Yeah, before that we can find out the maximum and the minimum point, the turning point. Actually we can find out the turning point. Now we know only the graph that cuts the x-axis. Now let's find out the turning point. Turning point we can find out by differentiating the equation. So we have equation y equals to x cube minus of 4x. So to find out the turning point, we can differentiate this equation. If I differentiate this one, dy by dx equals to 3x square minus of 4x, right? So for finding the turning point, I have to differentiate the equation and I have to put it equals to 0. So after differentiating, I have to put this equation equals to 0. If I put this equals to 0, then I should get 3x square equals to uh, 3x square minus of 4. Sorry, it should be 4, right? Not 0. 3x square minus of 4, not x, because 4 will be only left. So 3x square equal to 4, the right hand side it went, x square equals to 4 by 3, and x will be equals to under root of 4 by 3. But whenever we have square, we have two values, right? Plus and minus. So here we have two values of x, two turning point, right? The plus will be the turning point, the maximum turning point, and the minus will be, let's check for that. So x, when we take it as plus, it should give me the maximum turning point. So we'll write the equation in our calculator, and the equation is x cube x cube minus of 4 into x. This is the equation. Now I am going to calculate the value for this one. Actually I am going to calculate the value for plus of root 4 by 3. Let's calculate the value for uh, under root of 4 by 3. So I'm getting an answer. If I take plus of 4 by 3, then I'm getting an answer that that is actually minus of 3.0, right? 7. So that is when I took plus, right? When I took x as plus of under root of 4 by 3, I got the minimum turning point, that is equals to minus of 3.07, right? Here, somewhere here, right? This is 1 2 3, so minus 3.07. So minimum turning point will be this one when I have 4 by 3. What is that actually? 4 by 3 also we'll find out. So 4 by 3 is actually equal to, we'll find that also. And what about when I have x equals to minus of root 4 by 3? Let's find out that also. Calculate for minus of under root of 4 by 3 gives you the answer as plus of 3.07. So we got, in this case we are getting plus of 3.07, and that's around here. 1 2 3 plus of 3 point somewhere here. So and 1 point and 4 under root of 4 by 3 was actually equals to 1.54. It means that the curve turns at plus of 1.54 and minus of 1.154. So this is the point 1, this is 1, right? 1.154, somewhere nearby that. So it means that the curve is turning like it cuts minus 2, takes the maximum turn at plus of 3.07, it comes to 0, then it comes to the minimum turning point, that is 3 minus of 3.07. You have to draw it little smooth, okay? Don't I'm not able to draw it. It should be like that, smooth curve, minus of 3.07, and it cuts back to plus of 2. This is how you have to draw the curve. So let's do the next question. Part C, last question of this paper. Curve has equation y equals to x cube plus ax plus b. The stationary point of the curve is, we have two stationary point, one is 2 and k, and the another stationary point is this one, minus 2 and 10 minus of k. These are the coordinates of two stationary point. So we need to find the value of a, b and k. So you know that whenever we are finding stationary point, we have to differentiate the equation and we have to put that equals to 0. dy by dx equals to 0. So let's first differentiate this one. So we have this equation y equals to x cube plus ax plus b. If I differentiate this with respect to x, I'll get 3x square plus a. Now I have to put this equals to 0, right? So if I put this equals to 0, why I'm putting equals to 0? Because in a stationary, actually the stationary point, we have to differentiate and we have to put it equals to 0. So we will have this kind of equation. Now we have two coordinates, right? One is, we have two coordinates. One is 2, wait, one is the coordinate, uh, one is the coordinate 2 comma 2 comma k, and the other coordinate is minus 2 comma 10 minus of k, right? So in this coordinate we have x as 2 and y as k. So for this case, if I put in this differentiation, if I put x as 2, then I should get some equation, right? If I put x as 2, so 3 into 2 square plus of a equals to 0. So if I put x as 2, then I should get the value of a, right? So 2 square is 4, 4 3 is 12 plus a equals to 0. So a will be equals to minus of 12, right? If I put the value of x equals to 2, then I'm getting value of a, right? Then also, if in this equation that is y equals to x cube plus ax plus of b, in this equation if I put the value of y as k and x as 2, right? Then let's put it, y is k and x is I am putting as 2 cube, plus just now I solved the value of a as minus 12 and x as I am putting as 2 plus b, right? So k equals to 2 cube is 8 minus of here 24 plus of b. So if we solve it, k equals to minus of 24 minus 24 plus 8 will give you minus 16. So minus 16 plus b, right? So we can write this as k minus of b equals to minus 16. One of the equation we got it, okay? So same way we are going to use the same, the equation is y equals to x cube plus ax plus b, right? So a value we already got it, and in this case we will be putting the x as minus 2. Before that we put x as plus 2, in this case we will put x as minus 2 and y as 10 plus k. So y is 10, sorry, 10 minus of k. Y is 10 minus of k. 10 minus of k equals to x will be equals to minus 2 cube plus a will be equals to 12 and x is minus 2 and b we don't know. So 10 minus of k will be equals to 2 cube minus of 2 cube is minus of 8, okay? Then minus of 24, 12 times 2 is 24 plus of b, okay? Then minus of 24 is there, okay? Then 10 minus of k will be equals to minus of 8 minus of 24 gives you minus of 32, right? Minus 32. Wait. Yeah, we did small mistake. Actually, A is minus of 12. Instead of 12, I should have written minus 12. So here it is minus 12. It should be minus of 12. Okay. Then the value should be minus 12 into minus 2 is plus 24. Okay. So now minus 8 plus 24 gives you 16, right? Plus 16. 16 plus of B. Then we'll be having K, we can move it over that side, right? So that we can have K plus B over the right hand side, and 16 we can move it towards the left. So 10 minus of 16 is minus 6. So we got this 2 equation, right? So if we solve this 2 equation, K minus of B by simultaneous equation also, and K plus of B equals to minus 6, we can cancel out this substitution. Yes, simultaneous equation, actually we are putting it together and we are cancelling it. Substitution also you can do it, but we can use it easily. So changing the sign, plus becomes minus, so it will be minus of 2b equal to, minus sign changes to plus, so minus of 6, sorry 10, 10 minus 16 minus of 6 is 10. So b will be equals to, cancel out, sign got cancelled, 10 divided by 2 is 5. So b is 5, and putting the a is already we got it, b we got it as 5. Then put the value of b, in this case any of the equation, K minus of b is minus 16 we can put. Then b we got it as 5, so we'll put 5 there, is equals to, wait, I'll write it again. B is 5, then equals to minus 16. Why do I have to put the bracket? So b is 5, and we have K equals to minus 16 plus of 5. So minus 16 plus 5 is minus of 11. So we got the K as minus of 11. So this is the end of the question. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.